Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna go through the third chapter of your IGCSE-Economics book, that is all about demand. What is demand? Before we discuss that, I'll remind you about the classes. I'm doing economics and business classes now for the 2024 and 2025 batch, so you can join me now itself. And if you haven't subscribed my channel yet, subscribe it and hit the bell icon next to it for the latest videos. Okay, then let's get started. So first in demand is effective demand. Effective demand is the amount of goods people are willing to buy at a given price over a given period of time, backed by ability to pay. So there are two things we consider in demand in the curve, that is price in the y-axis and quantity demanded in the x-axis. So those are the two main factors that affects demand. So here you can see a demand curve, that's price and quantity, and you can see how the demand curve slopes downwards. The demand curve is the line drawn on a graph that shows how much of a good will be bought at different prices. So for example, if we demand 10 Doritos at each priced at $8, then if the price goes up to $12, let's say, we will demand less, maybe 3, 4. It differs. So when the price goes up, the quantity demanded will go down. That is the law of demand. Therefore, they have an inverse relationship. Inverse relationship is when you have when one factor goes up, the other factor goes down. For example, when the price of Doritos goes up, the quantity demanded Doritos will go down. You can see that here in this demand curve. Let's say at price 10, quantity demanded is 0. At price 8, quantity demanded is 2. At price 2, the quantity demanded is 8. But at price 0, the quantity demanded is 10. But I'm sure you won't get a packet of Doritos for 0. That's like definitely because it tastes so good. Alright, so moments of demand. Moments of demand, it can move either along the demand curve or it can shift the entire demand curve according to the scenario. A change in price will lead to a change along the demand curve, but there are many other factors that affects demand, which will be the next chapter we are going to be discussing. So the shift in the demand curve is the movement to the left or right of the entire demand curve when there is a price change in any factor affecting demand. To a price change, it usually moves along the demand curve, but to other factors like income, taste and fashion, demographic changes, usually it might shift either left or right. So you can see this is the movement along the demand curve, and this is a shift in the demand curve. So we must always remember to mark the points in the demand curve. You'll always get marks for marking all the points expected. You need to always mark the price axis and the quantity demanded axis, and whenever your initial demand would be named as D, and then if it shifts right or left, it needs to be named as D1, D2, showing the shift with an arrow. Then usually these demand graphs are curved, but we draw it straight. What is the reason for that? It's only for simplification purposes and to make it clearer. Curved demand graphs are very complicated to draw and stuff, so we just use straight lines in order to show demand. So that's all about demand. That's the main thing you need to learn about demand. You can try out these questions, question 1, 2, 3. Do the questions and you can pause the video now, do the questions and then continue watching the videos because the answers are on the next slide. Alright, so you can check out yourself. That was just a quick checkout. See you guys with another video soon. Love you, stay safe.